Well, hello, welcome to Faith Without Religion. Hopefully you're following along with us as we journey through the book, Faith Without Religion, The Kingdom Quest. If you don't have one of these, you can get them on Amazon. It's not about selling books, so if you're not a book person, there's a digital version on there that's virtually for free. And if all else fails, you can follow along just with the videos. We post a new video every day. And if you missed any of the previous ones, you can easily go back and find them. Well, today we're at entry number 165, and that is titled Healing and Frequency. Now, healing is one of my favorite subjects, so let's see what God had to say about that. Vibrational frequency is so important because without the correct resonance, even when you hear what you know is wisdom, your system will only retain it and take positive action upon it if your receptors were vibrating at a frequency that will cause the knowledge to be absorbed. It is possible to hear, but without absorption. The parable of the sown seed speaks about frequency. The ground into which you sow has to be prepared with a correct level of vibration to promote maximum fertility. That is why the frequency of the sower is so important. The same is true with healing. The body manifests a realignment of cells immediately it is instructed to do so. If the cells are allowed later to lapse back into the same disorder, the challenge will reappear. The seeds of wisdom and healing must be sowed into fertile ground. Prepare the ground first before sowing, and teach the possessor of that ground how to set up and maintain the correct vibration for the seeds to bear fruit. Prayer, in its purest form, is the exchange of vibrational frequency from me to you through the Spirit, the tuning fork of life. Anything other than the divine vibrational frequency will ultimately result in death and destruction. Righteous resonance promotes restoration and pursues eternal purpose. This resonance promotes abundant provision, says God, provision of purpose for my people, provision of resources and opportunity in preparation for positioning in my millennial kingdom. It is time to emerge from the world's matrix and move to a vibration of supernatural resonance which will allow the equipping, training, sustenance, and protection of those called to my assignments. They are revealed by their frequency, says God. If the trumpets of Jericho had sounded the wrong notes, the walls would still be standing. There is no need to hold auditions. Deep calls to deep, says God. Vibrational discord is the disqualifier, so that there is no requirement for analysis or judgment. Speak only peace in all situations. It is the revealer of frequency. Do not strive to curse or condemn. That is a perception of warfare from the enemy, which causes my people to destroy themselves. Use the warfare of wisdom, building up a vibrational atmosphere of righteousness, creates the resonance that will tear down every stronghold, bind every strong man, vanquish powers and principalities, for nothing can withstand the power of my Spirit. Death begets death, but life overcomes all. Vibrate with life, speak life, resonate with the frequency of life, and my glory will explode all around you in an abundance of light. some pretty powerful stuff in there. Now, just in case you are rolling your eyes or shaking your head in disbelief and asking questions like, what is this guy talking about? What is all this stuff about frequencies? Is this some kind of hocus pocus? No, it's reality. We all operate at a vibrational frequency, and the frequency that you operate at affects the people around you, and vice versa. The frequency that they are vibrating with affects you. Let me give you an example. Have you ever been in a room, maybe a party, some other gathering, and somebody comes in and you just get an intense feeling that you don't like this person, or you feel threatened by this person, or uncomfortable around this person, but you have no idea why. You haven't met them, you don't know who they are. Well, it's because the vibrational frequency that they're operating in from the spiritual perspective is completely adverse to yours. So your spirits are not going to do that. They're going to clash and repel. Now, if you're walking in righteousness, then you know why that would be, because they're probably not. They're probably right now immersed in the enemy ranks. Even if it's unwittingly, they could be agents of the enemy. Or it could be deliberate. They could be in the enemy camp, looking for opportunities to disrupt and destroy, because that's what people do. When you look at some of the insanity going on in the world around us, and you see seemingly educated, intelligent, articulate people acting like complete morons, speaking things that everybody knows, including them, is just not true, but they're seeking to gain maybe some political advantage or financial advantage, that's where you see the enemy at work. When you hear people confessing words that are contrary to the emotions of love and compassion and hope and comfort, those kind of things, you know that they're not walking with the Lord, because if they were, they would not be speaking like this. So what's going to happen as we get further into this period of warfare, where the spiritual realm, the battle that's going on in there, intensifies to a greater and greater level, you are going to become more able to spiritually discern who it is that you're in the presence of, and learn how to respond in those situations. Because the last thing you need to be doing is reacting. When we start reacting, then we get into the flesh, and now you're in the same side that they are, and then they'll leave you alone. Because while you're over there, you're no threat to them whatsoever, and have no potential to thwart their plans in any way. You are a warrior, called by the living God, handpicked. He knew you from the beginning. He knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb, and he knows everything about you. Everything that you've done up until now came as no surprise to him. And he's watching you as you let his plan for your life unfold. But the enemy is going to keep trying to destroy it and keep trying to distract you. And you're not going to let him, because you're going to stay close to the Lord. You're going to feed yourself on his word. You're going to develop your spiritual discernment. You're going to make sure that every day that you're wearing your armor that you can read about in the book of Ephesians in chapter 6. Learn how to put that armor on every day so that you never enter the spiritual realm unprotected, because it's too dangerous to do that now. You know, we have crossed the Rubicon. We're past the time when there's any doubt about whether this spiritual war is going to start, when it's going to start. It started. We're right in the middle of it. And we are very close to the time for the return of our Messiah. That's what we believe. But we're not going to waste our time trying to figure out when that is, because the word already told us no man knows the hour, so we don't know. What we can do in the meantime is help other people to know the truth that we know, to keep our weapons sharp, keep our shield in place, and make sure that we're doing everything we can each day to follow God's plan for our lives. Because any day that you don't do that is a day wasted. And you know what? You cannot get it back. That's it. So get ready. Let's keep on moving forward. Get ready to fight the good fight, because the forces of evil are arrayed against us. And it may sound all dramatic and it may sound like something out of a movie, but that is the world that we're in right now. And we all have the responsibility to protect our loved ones and those around us. That's why God put his hand on you in the first place. And this may be the first time you're ever hearing this from someone, because it's not a popular message. This doesn't get the basket full at the church, but this is the reality. This is not a dress rehearsal. We're in the middle of this fight right now, today, and your loved ones are under threat from the enemy, and you need to wake up and get ready to defend them. All right, well, that's all I've got for today. We'll see you back here tomorrow. You have a blessed day, and bye for now.